Hi, I'm Angified. I started Angified Presents.
We share the love of music.
It has been medicine and therapy. Nothing else worked.
It has saved many of us. With mental health, we need to open our eyes.
Hurt people hurt people.
We ask that you listen, comprehend, and relate with your ears.
Form that heart of unity and one.
We share on this stage.
Statistics, feelings.
And ourselves.
We stand with the belief to be you, to be heard, and to be original.
We all may be different, with opinions and beliefs.
At the end of the day, we are all brothers and sisters.
We are family.
We ask that you join us in a magical journey with artists from around the world. Open your minds, let in the love,
and listen with your hearts.
We all want a better tomorrow. Be one.
Communicate and look out for one another. And then, and only then, will you find the world.
We will find peace in all the world.
You'll find the world. And you will find in this shining world heroes among us and every boy and girl. Many have been broken, red hearts turn black. Love will melt the ice and turn it back, and you will find the world. You will find the world. You will find the world. And when you find a place called home, where everyone is free to roam, a whole new world, a better place for our children's futures at stake. And you'll find with music in your soul, laughter in your hearts, together we can grow a better place with love in us all. And you will find together we can save it all. And you will find a place called home, where everyone is free to roam, a better place, a whole new world for
32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known. Do it. Don't be scared. It's just a WAG, baby.
Guess what? We're full, baby. The WAG is going to go down now. It is. We have our 32 picked, chosen, and told. Welcome to the WAG.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known.
Show up and he'll take care of the rest.
Don't be scared. It's just a WAG, baby.
We're doing silent form for participants and for the judges. We are only doing 32 waggers this time. We're cutting it, man. So you make pace that cut, then you gotta make a pace first, right?
Have you signed up yet? Do it. Don't be scared. It's just a WAG, baby. Do it. Don't be scared. It's just a WAG, baby. $32 only. Sign up ASAP. At What's a Genre?
Genre hoedown.
No. It's What's a Genre Showdown.
Sign up. A silent forum for participants and for the judges. We're going to do this right this time.
Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's a Genre Showdown. Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's a Genre Showdown.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the What's a Genre Showdown. I'm Coco Bar.
And I'm Rusty Wilkins. I am the creator of this crazy competition, and trust me, folks, you're in for a wild ride.
We've all heard it before. What's a genre? Does this song fit to a genre? Is genre even a thing?
Well, we're putting that question to the test. We're going to do it with 32 artists, unpredictable matchups, and at the end, only 2 WAG champs.
So here's how it works. Every round, contestants are paired up at random and have 7 days to create something together. And then for the next 7 days, it's time for judging. Our panel of judges scores a song based on 5 criteria: creativity, originality, genre commitment, collaboration, emotional impact, and technical skill.
Now this includes special bonus points for the number of likes. Okay, only to the highest scoring duo will move on to the next round. And just when you think you figured it all out, boom, new round, new partner, new challenge.
That's right. That means contestants need to be quick, creative, and ready to adapt to any genre we throw their way. And for those of you watching, your votes can help decide the winner.
So now whether you're competing, cheering on your face, or just here for this genre chaos that we're bringing to you, you need to buckle up now, because the WAG, the What's a Genre Showdown, starts now.
Will these artists rise to the challenge?
Let's find out. Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby.
Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's a Genre Showdown. Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's a Genre Showdown.
Yeah, so basically, this Mashup 1, Team 1. I'm going to give them a 4 with creativity. Genre, I'm going to get out of 5. Collab, 4. Emotion, impact, 4. Tech skills, get out of 5. Guitar solo at the end kind of messes with the beat real good, so I like that. And the ad for the number mashup number 1 in Team 2. The Team 2 mashup was a little awkward. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that one was a little awkward.
So for Mashup 1, which is hip hop, we have Team 1, which is Dat Don-P, who was a mystery ball for number 32, and Bassface, who was number 22. And for the scores that I gave them, for creativity and originality, I gave them a 4. I liked the incorporation of the bass, the use of the guitar in hip hop this way, gave it a fresh sound in the hip hop, but it kept that funk the whole way through. For the genre commitment, I gave them a 3. For the collaboration and cohesion, I gave them a 4. I felt they meshed really well together. Sounded great as a collaboration. For the emotional impact, I gave them a 3. The technical skills and the overall quality of the track, I gave them also a 3. For a total score of 17 out of 25. So for Mashup 1, Team 2, we had Akui and Happy Family Singers. Wagger number 27 for Akui and Wagger number 1 for Happy Family Singers. Now, I also gave them a 4 for creativity and orality. It has a nice kind of gospel groove to it that I like in hip hop. And again, with the genre commitment, I gave them a 4. It gets the hip hop target. Their collaboration cohesion, I gave them a 3. There were a few moments that things bounced a little off, but overall, they really did collaborate well together. They got their flow. On the emotional impact, I also gave them a 3 on that. With hip hop, it can be tough to hit the emotional mark. I mean, I felt what the song's about and what it's saying. It just doesn't always hit the same way as other genres. And for technical skill, I gave them a 3 as well. There was some nice dynamics and dancing in stereo. A good collab for, only having a week to put it together.
Yo, what up, lab coats? It's time for round 1 critiques of the WAG. Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby. Mashup number 1, round 1, team number 1. Dat Don-P and Bassface. The genre's hip-hop, and this is how you start a round. First and foremost, there was no doubt in my mind that this was hip-hop. Whether it be the bass tones, drums, plucky guitar, or those intense hip-hop verses. This song brought hip-hop to the forefront and made it the hero. So let's jump over to 2 things I loved and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is that the flow was magical. The cadence, the shifts in cadence, everything about it not only screams hip-hop, but screams mastery over the craft. The second thing I loved was the bass going crazy. It was prominent, up front, and so great. If there's one thing I want more of, there were moments where the instrumental got a little too creative, a little loose with the timing. I don't know if we were recording with click or not. Specifically, around 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the electric guitar. If we just tighten up that click moving forward, it'll be magical. The scores. For creativity and originality, was it unique? I gave it a 4 out of 5. A creative track for sure. 1 point deduction because it sounded like a lot of hip hop I've heard before, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a brand new song written uniquely for this contest. Creative. Genre commitment. This is self-explanatory, and this group gets a 5 out of 5. Collaboration and cohesion. Did the team work well together? The answer in this case? Yeah. 5 out of 5. Emotional impact. Did the song resonate and make me feel something? This is super subjective, but we're giving it a 4 out of 5 here. Excellent job. The 1 point deduction comes from just not quite making it to the mountaintop. Nothing wrong with the track, just didn't resonate completely for me on a personal level. Technical skill and quality. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, and kind of where I put my nerd glasses on. This track gets a 3 out of 5. Instrumental, presentation, mixing, and recording quality, all good, all room for improvement. The total score for this track, 21 out of a possible 25 points. Good luck. Round 1, Matchup 1, Team 2. Happy Family Singers and Akui. I could feel the desire to unleash power here. So many great things to love about this track. And while some of the ideas were kind of like throwing darts at the board and seeing which ones hit the bullseye, some of them did hit the bullseye, others maybe not so much. The wave of Flight of the Conchord vibes and the 90s singer-songwriter influences showed through like none other, and I very much appreciated that. The song gave us excellent verses and phrases even. For instance, undefeated all your life and you got a gorgeous wife? Come on, that's just fun writing. So, here are 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love, the lyrics specifically. There were so many great one-liners and pieces of content in here. I would love to see the lyrics on your next track so that not only can I vibe along, but I can get into your head and read those lyrics for myself. I also really enjoyed 2/3 of the way through the song, we threw a change up and we added the flute, clarinet, whatever that instrument was that gave us sort of the interlude from what had been happening before was a great choice and an exceptional implementation of arrangement. If there's one thing I want more of, maybe we take out a couple of instruments, maybe we take out a couple of vocal ideas, and really focus in, hone in on what the track should be, what the genre needs to be, and how we can execute on a controlled and still dynamic level. The scores for the track. Was the entry unique? Otherwise known as creativity or originality. This gets a 5 out of 5. It was incredibly unique, incredibly creative. I can't deny that it was one of a kind. Genre commitment. Again, self-explanatory. This track gets a 3 out of 5. There were some elements there that tried to incorporate the genre, but as a piece overall, I didn't get hip-hop from it. Collaboration and cohesion. Did the teammates work well together? It truly sounded like y'all were having fun making this track. This gets a 4 out of 5. Emotional impact. I'm giving this song a 3 out of 5. It's completely subjective, but feeling like I was ready to listen to a hip-hop song and getting something entirely different kind of took me out of that experience. Technical skill and quality. This one also gets a 3 out of 5. Good skills on display, and I know that we know what we're doing. Maybe a few too many ideas for this kind of track. The total score here is 18 out of 25. Good luck.
Mashup 2, Team 1. It's a very country song, you know. It gives like really country music. She's giving country lyrics. I can follow the story easily. I'm going to say creativity. I'm giving it a 4. Genre, it's going to be about a 5. Collab, 4. Emotion, 3. Tech skills, I give that a 4. Overall, sounds really, really, really country. So, yeah, y'all come back now, you hear? I'm gonna say this song right here, this Mashup 2, Team 2, supposed to be country. Overall, started country, but ended a little different for my ear. Like, I'm not getting country all the way, but giving it creativity 3, genre 2, collab 4, emotion 3, tech skills, I'm giving that a 4. I think it could have maybe been a little better, but I mean, the sounds do mesh well a little bit, but all in all, it's a cool country song.
So for mashup number 2, we had country. And for team 1, it was Wagger number 28, Leslie Parker, who was a mystery ball that Christine picked. And number 10 was Christine Rebecca Sweet. Now, this one really grew on me over the week as I listened to it. I gave it a 3 on creativity and originality. I gave it a perfect 5 on genre commitment because it really gives that country feel. Doesn't have to be complicated with country. It can be as simple as a voice and a guitar, and I love how they implemented it. For the collaboration and cohesion, I gave them a 3. I felt they felt each other out. Few moments that are a little loose, but again, you can do that in country, and it worked well. For emotional impact, I gave them a 4. I felt the words, and as I listened more and more, I really felt the words. It has a impact when you listen to it over and over again. And for technical skill, I gave them a 3. It has all the elements necessary. The recording's good. Everything's blended nice. And I think overall, it worked well for them. That gave them a total of 18 out of 25. Now for team 2 of Mashup 2, we had number 19, NillaGatez. He's a returning wagger, and he also had a mystery ball. So this was an interesting mashup between the two because they both got to pick their partners, and Nilla managed to get Llamaadamus to fill in the number 30 slot. Now, I love how they came in. This is where I felt the country. I gave them a 3 on creativity and originality. And for genre commitment, I gave them a 4. I do feel like they hit the country mark on the collaboration and cohesion. I also gave them a 4. For the emotional impact, I shied towards a 4 as well because I hear the words Nilla saying, and Nilla is a man of experience, and he writes about his experience. He's good like that, and it really served him well to use it for the country genre. For the technical skill, I gave him a 3. And that came out to 18 out of 25.
Round 1, matchup 2, Team 1, Christine Rebecca Sweet and Leslie Parker. Time for us to head over to the country, the Wild West of the WAG. You know what I'm talking about. The genre that everyone attempts, but few can be great at. There are so many elements that we closely associate with the country genre. Thankfully, this team nailed it. Whether it's the vocals emitting lost love, Jolene references, or just whiskey, we were treated to a lyrical country experience. I could close my eyes and see myself sitting in a dive bar watching a live performance. Now, 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love is how appropriately sad this song is. It's giving all the best country vibes. Way to nail the genre challenge. The second thing I love is that the instrumental just screams, "Give me a whiskey and put me in a live music setting, please." Thanks very much. If there's one thing I want more of, it's a little more song structure. Give me some dynamics, whether it's a more defined chorus or a more defined chorus-verse structure. I would like to see you give the listener a more guided experience through the entire story, because truly, this was an excellent country story. The scores: creativity and originality. Here we get a 4 out of 5. All the best country elements, but still country elements we've heard often. Not to downplay the fact that this is an entirely new creation, your score is up there. Genre commitment, 5 out of 5. This was giving all the best country. Collaboration and cohesion. If I can't tell that 2 different people are working on a single track, that's a 5 out of 5 for me. Emotional impact, 5 out of 5. I was picking up what you were putting down. Everything about it just resonated. Nice work. Technical skill and quality. For this one, I give you a 4 out of 5. Everything was there, but I needed a few little tweaks to make it radio ready, as it were. I would call this a great project, and I think it's capable of being an excellent one. The total score for this track, 23 out of 25. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 2, team 2. NillaGatez and Llamadamus. I love this song. Whether it's that good old country twang, which really brings country in this case, or that background electric guitar that's creating a vibe or a foundation for the rest of the track to play on. It's all good, man. All of that being said, I would classify this one as more of an indie rock song and less of a country song. To bring it back to the positive though, Sing What You Know is on full display here, and that is one of the highest compliments I can give it as someone who really loves songwriting. Let's move on to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track are the lyrics. I can't say enough. I mentioned it before and I'll say it again. Sing what you know. Write what you know, because then if it resonates with you, it is most certainly going to resonate with someone else. In this case, me. The second thing I love are the guitars. They are a treat. Dreamy, ambient, and just giving life to this whole track. Great work. If there's one thing I want more of, it's inside the WAG specifically. Outside of this WAG contest, I wouldn't change a thing about this track. It's release ready. I'd hit like any day of the week. In fact, I'd be adding it to a playlist. Inside the context of the genre challenge, country, I feel like it misses the mark just a little bit. I would really stress, should you make it through to the next round, that old Porkins adage from Star Wars: A New Hope. Stay on target. It'll serve you well. The scores. Creativity and originality, that's a 5 out of 5. I wouldn't change a thing because Write What You Know is on full display here. It resonates with you, it resonates with me, and it makes for a unique and creative experience for any listener. Genre commitment. This one's 3 out of 5. For the reasons mentioned above, specifically in One Thing I Want More Of. Collaboration and cohesion, this is an easy 5 out of 5. Nailed it. Emotional impact. Again, 5 out of 5. And it's intrinsically linked to the creativity and uniqueness of the track itself. I cannot say enough about Write What You Know. Technical skill and quality. This one gets a 4 out of 5. Everything was there, but A, we want to stay on target, and B, I feel like there could have been a couple of certain elements stand out at certain times, with minor, maybe volume or panning tweaks. All in, this song is great. That makes for a total score of 22 out of 25. Good luck.
Also for Mashup 3, Team 1, I'm going to have to give them 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, and the 4s are emotion and technical skills. Everything else is a 5 for that song. It's just like right out the gate, it's nice. It's definitely a nice song. It has a nice little feel, and yeah, I can deal with that. Okay, this is Mashup 3, Team 2. I don't know where to start with this. As far as creativity, 0. No creativity. Genre, commitment, I'm going to say about a 2 because we committed to doing something on here. And I just felt like there was not a lot of effort going on here. It's kind of gimmicky a little bit, like the word selection, the lyric selection is a little gimmicky. I'm not sure I'm not sure how the genre was studied if this wasn't an already skilled area of skill, like, an area of skill already. So I'm not sure what numbers I could give this, but for the most part, it's almost a 0 down. I got a 1 for creativity and a 2 for genre commitment. Literally, because you actually got on here and did something. There was almost 0 effort into this one. I don't want to spend too much time. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Straight down the line.
So for Mashup 3, we went back to hip hop. And for Team 1, we had Wagger 16, Maria Perdomo, and Wagger 13, Static. Now, I really had fun coming into this track. I liked their approach that they took. Very creative on Maria's part. I gave it a 4 on creativity. And for genre commitment, I gave it a 4 because I really liked Static's flow. This is the kind of unique flow in hip hop that I enjoy. For collaboration and cohesion, I also gave them a 4. I really feel like they blended well together. They utilized each other's skills right where they needed to. And there's interesting moments where Maria comes in under him and it becomes catchy and hooky. I mean, it just get better and better as I listen throughout the week. For emotional impact, I also gave him a 4. Listening to the words and figuring out what Static was talking about and falling in reverse, I related to what he was saying. And again, with hip hop, it's not always easy to get emotional impact, but if you can connect that way, it really works good. And for technical skills, I also gave him a 4 there. I felt like Maria really brought her A game for this competition, and I like her experimentation with the beat. I like how she utilized Static to just get it all together. They both mixed well with each other. So that gave him a total score out 20 out of 25. Now for Mashup 3 Team 2, we had number 31, which was a mystery ball, and Paul went and got Root Beer 1038 to put his vocals on top of it. And we had Wagger number 15, which was Paul McMinotaur. Now, this one took me a moment to grow into. Took a couple of listens to find what I liked, what I wasn't so sure about. And for the score, I gave him a 3 on creativity and originality. I mean, it's different, and that does show some creativity. And I think Paul really was putting some creative approach to hip hop. It's a different genre form, and I can't ignore that. For the genre commitment, I gave him a 3. Kind of in the middle, like not total hip hop, but also not hip hop. For the collaboration cohesion, I went with a 2 there. I felt like they could have blended more. They could have meshed better there. More on the vocal side, it starts to go off in different directions, and I had a tough time following it. The flow wasn't there for me. So that's why I went with a 2 there. And emotional impact, also a 2. Again, hip hop's not an easy one for emotional impact, and I really had a tough time figuring out what to connect to emotionally. And for technical skills, I also gave it a 2. Felt there could have been more arrangement parts. It really just goes all the way through without any breakdown or defined part to it. So I couldn't score it any higher because I couldn't figure out what was what. And that came to a total of 12 out of 25.
Round 1, matchup 3. Team 1, Maria and Static. Ambient hip-hop with an experimental hook? Yes, please. Whether it's the twinkling bells holding down the background or Static yelling, "Yo, Maria!" giving me major Rocky vibes. You two are bringing something special and unique to the hip-hop space. Let's head into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. First and foremost, I love that hook. Falling in reverse is great. It's simple, it's to the point, it's catchy, and most importantly, it was by far the most recognizable hook I had heard to that point during the live stream of the songs. So great job. The second thing I love is the instrumental. Everything skews ambient and creative. If there's one thing I want more of, it's a more refined approach to the track. Maybe record some of your elements a few more times to get better timing. I don't know if we were recording with the click or without it, but I would suggest using one. The scores, creativity, and originality. This was hip-hop, but it wasn't like all the other hip-hop out there. So, the ability to scream hip-hop, but also skew creative and unique? Big 5 out of 5 vibes. Nice work. Genre commitment. This one gets a 4 out of 5. Yes, it is that hip-hop package. I think what I would have liked to have seen was maybe one instrumental hip-hop element that I could really pick out and go, oh yeah, that's hip-hop, rather than the vocals kind of holding down the hip-hop fort. It was a great hip-hop song. It was unique and creative, but I think we needed one more hip-hop element in the instrumental to give it the full genre commitment experience. Collaboration and cohesion. This was fantastic. Both artists did their thing, created one track, it was creative, it gave hip-hop, and I give it a 5 out of 5. Emotional impact. I'm giving this one a 4 out of 5. Does it resonate with me? Yes. Could it have resonated more with some tighter timing and recording variances? Yes. Technical skill and quality. This is also a 4 out of 5, for the reasons I mentioned above. Great song, great thoughts, great arrangement, some recording missteps. 4 out of 5 is a great score. The total score here is 22 out of 25. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 3, team 2. Root Beer and Paul. I hear that picked guitar mixed with the heavy drums and the trap hats. I get those hip-hop lyrics front and center. Some of these lines are delivered so well. Undisputed like a 9th level druid. I can give you the seeds, but I can't make you sow. I'm a wheel, and you a little coggy. That one's my favorite. Self-medicated till I'm comatose. Rich like Nancy Pelosi. What a great song. Let's jump into two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love is the definitive lyrical wordplay. That's the highlight for me, and it's obviously something that I look forward to with every track as someone who enjoys songwriting. The second thing I love that really screams hip-hop to me is the drums, or rather guitar, loop, was it? Or was it played? Either way, this guitar, loop, or instrumental gave all the right hip-hop vibes. If there's one thing I want more of, it's more focus. All these ideas didn't quite come together in the full package, not because there weren't phenomenal things there or aspects that I loved and that were well implemented. It's just that the entire package didn't quite come together because it simply lacked focus. The scores: creativity and originality. This gets a 5 out of 5, mostly due to the wordplay. Genre commitment. This is also a 5 out of 5. Way to nail down that hip-hop vibe and keep us understanding the entire time, whether it's drums, trap hats, or wordplay, that we are listening to hip-hop. Collaboration and cohesion. This one I'm giving a 2 out of 5. I feel like the lack of focus came from both artists doing things they were good at, but maybe not being on the same page for the entire track. Emotional impact. This one gets a 3 out of 5 from me. Did I enjoy the song? Yes. But did it really have much in the way of a deep storytelling or a narrative that drew me in and made me feel like I was part of the music? No. Technical skill and quality. This one also gets a 2 out of 5, specifically due to the fact that our track lacked focus. A lot of things happening here. Some of them, fantastic. We need more focus. The total score is 17 out of 25. Good luck.
Okay, Mashup 14-1. This is really a blues, slasher, screamer type song. Great drum and guitars. Things work together. I like the voices. They work semi together, but I mean, I can see exactly what they're going for. It's not hard. It is giving you the blues. It's giving you the blues for sure. Oh, so this is Mashup 4 Team 2, and I had to put a stop by this one. This is my girl Pinky right here. Okay, yeah, I like this. I gave this I gave it a creativity of 5. Collab was 5. I'm sorry, the creativity and genre was 5. And the collab, I gave it a 3 at first. Then I took another listen, and I could hear a little bit more of Reemo in the background, helping those vocals out. So I bumped it up from a 3 to a 4, and then emotional and tech skills, I'll both give those a 5. Overall, it's a great track. Such a great track. I mean, I could feel the heat. I could feel the heat for sure. And I like the voice changes up here and there. I like those. And then the harmonies. I like that.
So for Mashup 4, we had the blues. And for Team 1, we had Wagger number 14, Mad Cracker. And unfortunately, his partner couldn't make it. He had prior commitments. So Cracker had to go solo, which I took into consideration in my scoring. I don't want to penalize anybody for having to cover there. So I gave him a 3 on creativity and originality. And for the genre commitment, also gave him a 3. He hit all the blues elements. He's got the blues chord in there. There's a little bit of a metal side to it. Knowing Cracker, I understand that's you can take the metal out of Cracker, but he's going to find a way to put it back in. And on the collaboration cohesion, I gave him a 3 because he had to do it solo. It would have been higher if there were two people on there. Emotional impact, I also gave him a 3. He gave it some punch and gave it his style. And for technical skill and quality, I also gave him a 3. So he did a nice, like, level scoring all across the board for 15 out of 25. Now, for Team 2 of Mashup 4, we had Wagger number 3, Reemo, and Wagger number 6, Pinky Chew. And this one really caught me by surprise. Instantly brought me in. Got the blues feel, little bit of jazz, which doesn't hurt in blues. They're very complementary genres, and there's just enough of the jazz to complement the blues. But I do feel that it hit the mark on the blues. So for creativity, I gave it a 5. Perfect score there. And for the genre, I gave it a 4. The little bit of jazz, if it had been full blues, I might have gone perfect on that as well. But, you know, mashing up the genres isn't a bad thing. So still feel it hit the blues mark completely. For collaboration cohesion, I also gave it a 5. The way that the vocals got blended and the bounce that it had really glued it all together. Wonderful job there. For emotional impact, another 5. I mean, we're on a roll with this track, and it's the vocal projection and presentation that I just couldn't ignore with that score. So beautiful job with the emotional impact. And for technical skill, I also gave it a 5. I'm familiar with the artists, and I know that they're learning to get into the mixing and beat making, drum making, and all the other things. And I think they did a wonderful job putting this all together. It just sits in my ears, and it was a joy to listen to. So almost a perfect score all around. It got a 24 out of 25 from me.
Round 1, Matchup 4, Team 1, Cracker and Maha. What an awesome blend of rock legends. I'm getting the heavy guitar, the Aussie-style vocal stacks, and some excellent growls. This song drives from beginning to end, and to fantastic result. And this is a genre I very much enjoy. Though I would respectfully put forward, it doesn't quite speak blues to me. A fantastic and well-executed track.
My dog ran away with that pretty lady.
Let's move on to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. First and foremost, I love the technical excellence. The guitars were on time and everything was nice and tight. It's as if it was recorded with a click. The second thing I love is the lyrics on the track. While the track itself doesn't completely scream blues, I do get kind of that sad boy blues vibe from it. And that comes from the lyrics themselves. Again, I can't believe my dog ran away with that pretty lady. If there's one thing I want more of, it's I want you to pander to the genre that you're given. We're not all blues artists. We're not all jazz artists. We're not all metal artists. And while we have different strengths and opportunities, I think that in a contest like the WAG, we need to give the listener and the judges what they came for. In this case, they came for blues. And while we delivered an excellent track, maybe need more emphasis on the blues next time. The scores: creativity and originality, 4 out of 5. Those lyrics came in hot, and I was here for it. Genre commitment, I gave this one a 3 out of 5. There was an underlying guitar lick that sort of gave me blues vibes, and then the sad boy vibes from the lyrics also gave me a little of that, but it didn't go far enough to meet the genre commitment. Collaboration and cohesion, this one unfortunately is a 1 out of 5. I understand that certain things can't be helped, but when there's not a collaboration, there can't be collaboration. Emotional impact. This one gets a 4 out of 5. We can say sad boy lyrics all day long, but unless the listener engages in the kind of content that you're making, it's all irrelevant. Fortunately, it was relevant here. The content was great, the lyrics were good, and the guitar gave us enough emotion to bring us in and keep us invested. Finally, technical skill and quality. This one also gets a 4 out of 5. Excellent work with tight timing. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 4, Team 2, Reemo and Pinky. Okay, stop it. We are in a lounge. The vibe that you bring me is fantastic. The picture you painted for this track is a true work of art. It's an excellent audio journey as well, with a great use of FX and background vocals, not to mention the instrumental where the bass shines and those drums snap. Woo! Let's move on to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The tones are everything in this track. It's cohesive, spot on, and radio ready. The second thing I love about the track is that the vocals are so loungy, and when you mix them with that bass, you can't help but order another Manhattan. If there's one thing I want more of, and remember, these are going to be little gripes in a song like this, I want more of a mastery of the audio space that you're in. I already know I'm in the lounge, but pan the instruments to give me a wider stereo sound. Leave the vocal in the middle so that I get it, but then move the bass slightly off. Or, depending on where it would be on stage, a little further off. I know that we all want our bass to go straight down the middle, but if I'm in a club, I don't think the bass is standing right behind the vocalist. And I don't think the drums are all coming down the middle. Your mastery over this track is evident, but what I want is a neater stereo sound. The scores, creativity and originality. This is a 5 out of 5. Not only did you put me where I needed to be in the space, as far as taking me directly to the lounge goes, but you gave me these clean, clear, and crisp vocals in an original track that we have never heard before. Genre commitment. This is also a 5 out of 5. I was here for all of it. Collaboration and cohesion. I couldn't tell that this track was done by more than one person. 5 out of 5. Emotional impact. The fact that you can sit me in the club, hand me a drink, and give me a cigar means I was totally transported. 5 out of 5. Technical skill and quality? This one is 4 out of 5. There is room for improvement here. Please take it with humility. Nothing about this track was not great, but some things about this track could have been with just a little bit more attention to the stereo space. That gives us a total score of 24 out of 25. Good luck.
Okay. Okay, this is Mashup 5, Team 1. It's got lots of potential. It's Quiet Storm type of vibe. I like the voices, the way the collaboration with the voices, and I like the lyrics. I definitely like the lyrics. And I give this one for creativity 1. I'm sorry, creativity, I give this a 3. Genre commitment, I give that a number 2. The collab, that's a 3. The emotion and tech skills, both are at 4. Overall, it's a great track. I just kind of didn't feel like it was hip hop, maybe smooth slow jam type of thing, like smooth talking slow jams, late at night R&B, soul, something like not even soul, but like some R&B type thing or something, you know. Like it's really giving me the Quiet Storm vibe right now with words.
So for Mashup 5, we go back to hip hop. For Team 1, we have Wagger 24, D. Jernigan, and Wagger number 23, the Unfantastic. And this one came in very ambient, got a slight EDM feel. I gave it a 3 for creativity and originality. I also gave it a 3 on the genre. Hip hop, I would give it more if I heard a little more rap. I like the singing that goes on in here. It complements each other. I do get certain hip hop vibes from it, but with hip hop, that's where I want to hear a little more of the rap. For collaboration cohesion, I gave it a 4. I think that they blended together great. They sounded great together, bounced off of each other. They're both great band labbers who know each other, know each other's skills, and they complemented them. On emotional impact, I gave it a 3. And for technical skill and quality, I also gave it a 3. Nice dancing around in the stereo in my ears. Well mixed. And that came for a total of 16 out of 25. So for Team 2 of Mashup 5, we had Wagger number 7, Mavi Hendrix, and Wagger number 11, RJS. And this one comes in getting the hip hop feel, the keyboard, the beat kind of solidifies it when it kicks in. I did give it a 5 for creativity and originality. It is very creative. It's not your traditional hip hop. I actually wish more hip hop would go out of the box like this sometimes. So I really did have to give it a perfect score there for being creative. On the genre commitment, I gave it a 3. Again, like the other one, the rap is not the typical rap I'm used to. It's a different style. I know it's out there, but I would want to hear a little more to the rap to give it a higher score than that. For the collaboration and cohesion, I also gave it a 3. I think they blended well together. I do hear RJS's guitars where I need to and where I want to, but I felt like they could have glued it a little better there. For the emotional impact, I give it a 4. Very emotional topic, out of the box topic for hip hop, and knowing the backstory to it, there's a lot of balls to, getting your feelings out this way in a hip hop song where they typically don't go into deep subjects. This is a deep song. I got to commend him on that. And for the technical skill and quality, I gave it a 5. Perfect score there. The mixing's incredible. Everything's right where it's supposed to be. Very great on the stereo effect. The hooks stand out. And after listening to it over the whole week, I know those hooks work because they stuck in my head for many nights this week. So I really got to commend the technical skills there. That gave it a total score of 20 out of 25.
Round 1, matchup 5, Team 1, DeeJ and Tonal Android. Hip hop. Here we are again at the door to audio storytelling. As I mentioned in the listening party, I 100% vibe to how y'all put this track together and what you're doing. Did the overall project go full hip hop? Not necessarily. However, it was instantly recognizable via the instrumental specifically, which included hip-hop elements. The vocal poetry approach complements the piece as well. In fact, there's a whole hip-hop subgenre subsection called beat poetry, and I would actually say this fits more into that. When you close your eyes, you get all the best creepy Stan vibes, and I'm here for that. So with that, let's go to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love is the way that the vocals decided to buck the normal hip-hop trend and go more with that beat poetry style. So good. And a really unique approach to this genre. Tagging each other's bars and filling the ambient space was excellent. The other thing I loved was that 90s Enigma vibe. Sure, it's not Return to Innocence, but you have that really great feeling where you repeat 9 to 15 words, and that's the whole song. That's not a knock. In fact, that is the thing I love. When you do that and you incorporate it into the track the way that y'all did, it becomes instantly recognizable as an earworm the more someone listens to it. That leads us into the one thing I want more of. When you go with this ambient vocal style and tone, those vocals really need to jump out of the track. Not necessarily volume-wise, but maybe carving a space in the EQ will help them to sit better and the listener to focus more. This could also be done by moving some of the instruments off to the side, panning in the stereo space. Keeping the instruments off to the side and the vocal straight down the middle will create the listener's experience where the vocal is at the forefront. The final thing that maybe I'd suggest doing to help with this is to create a vocal stack in the hook or the choruses, or anywhere you want the listener to place emphasis on the things that are being said. By doing this vocal stack, you make the vocals more front and center specifically because they create this really neat sound and a stereo field rather that can be heard in many different ways. The scores. Creativity and originality. This one gets a 5 out of 5. It bucks the original hip-hop trends and goes more for a beat poetry style, and for that I am glad. That leads us to genre commitment. This is also a 5 out of 5. Yes, I mentioned earlier it doesn't necessarily scream hip-hop, but beat poetry solidly falls into that subgenre category. Collaboration and cohesion. I gave this one a 4 out of 5. The artists worked really well together. I think there was a little bit more room for improvement as it comes to tightness with the vocals or the recording process specifically. Emotional impact. This one also gets a 4 out of 5. It was great. Not the mountaintop, but great. Technical skill and quality. For all the reasons mentioned above, this one also gets a 4 out of 5. That gives us a total score of 22 out of 25. Nice work. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 5, Team 2, Mayvi and RJS. This intro and build is my favorite intro from round 1. The stack is phenomenal as it progresses through the intro. Not only do we get that sweet hip-hop spoken intro that's telling us a story, but we also get the instrumental that builds along with the emotions that we're feeling. The chord stabs were also a highlight. And it was a great call to keep those drums simple. It really highlighted the correct aspects of the track without bogging it down in muddiness that could otherwise detract from the emotion that we were singing about. Let's head over to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love is the overall emphasis on the low vocal octave. I haven't heard anyone do that yet. And that low vocal octave gives it a richness and a thickness that truly the hip-hop genre needs when it comes to vocals. The second thing I love is the instrumental, where we marry bright chord stabs with electric guitar. It's fantastic. If there's one thing I want more of, it's probably more by subtraction. I think that this song was poignant, but I think it could have been more poignant and leveled up with a reduced runtime. If you could cap this at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, possibly by subtracting one of the hooks or tightening up the story as it were, even if that means taking out maybe half of the spoken dialogue, that really would have taken this to the next level. A subjective gripe, I know, but the thing I want more of nonetheless. The scores, creativity and originality. This one's a 5 out of 5. Everything worked here, whether it was the vocals, the instrumental, or the way the track was put together. Genre commitment. This one also gets a 5 out of 5. This is full-on hip-hop. The tone, the dynamics, the cadence, all of those things wrapped up with the instrumental package and the emotion scream hip-hop to me. Collaboration and cohesion. This one also gets a 5 out of 5. I'm sensing a theme here. When I can't tell that two different people wrote the track, that's a 5 for me. Emotional impact. This one also gets a 5 out of 5. Super deep content, dark content, thought-provoking content. It resonates. Maybe not for the same levels that it resonates for you, but it definitely resonates for me. Finally, technical skill and quality. That gets a 4 out of 5. For the above reasons mentioned in the one thing I want more of, tightening up this total package would take it from awesome to phenomenal. That brings the total score to 24 out of 25. Good luck.
Mashup 16-1. This is like the Gallagher's, the Gallagher's, the beginning, like the intro to Frank Gallagher's show or something. Like, I don't know what the name of that thing is, but I like this. It's giving, hello, it's concept. You know what I mean? It's giving rock. You know what I mean? Like, come on down to South Park, come on neighbor, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving you all types of rock and roll type stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like I want to put on a jean vest shirt or something, you know what I mean? Like, my mother out or something, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy right here. Like, this is giving all real rock and roll, like Woodstock type shit right here. Like, this is some shit that you would play at Woodstock. Like, yeah. And we'd be out in the mud, smoking our weed, singing the crap out this song. Also, that last team's mashup 16-1, another reference I wanted to throw in was Wayne's World. They gave me the Wayne's World party time, actually. Like, it gave me the real rock and roll, like the way I remember rock and roll. I don't know what they got the new stuff, but I mean, from what I know rock and roll to be. Continuation from Mashup 16-1. I have the scorecard as 5-5-5-5-5. I like that track. I really did like that track more than I thought I did. I really put 5-5-5 down the list on that shit. Great job. I'm thinking Mashup 16-2. Someone didn't really understand the assignment, is what I'm thinking. I'm not quite sure yet. But I feel like maybe the assignment wasn't quite understood, or maybe the research wasn't researched correctly, or maybe it wasn't implemented well. I'm not sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to change something here. I put it as a 1 for creativity, but to do all of this and come up with all of this on this beat with those voices and things, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a 2 for creativity. For genre, that's gonna be a 1, no doubt. Collab, that's also a 1. Emotion detector, determined, that's gonna be a 1 also. The tech skills, I guess to do this and set through this and really spend time on putting it all together, I give you a 4. I give you a 4 for that.
So for Mashup 6, we go to rock, our only rock category for this round. And for Team 1, we had Rolo Knox, who had to go solo on this one. His partner was too busy and wasn't available. So I, again, keep that in consideration. I don't want to penalize him for having to cover the whole song. Now, I gave him a 3 on creativity. He pulls from a lot of different rock approaches to put this one together. A lot of 80s rock, which great for me. It's the kind of rock I love. Came in like Katrina and the Waves and felt like Molly Hatchet at certain points. And that's why I gave him a 4 on the genre commitment. Rolo does know his rock. Now, I gave him a 3 on the collaboration. He covered the ground and he got right in the middle. And for emotional impact, I also gave him a 3. And for technical skill, he got another 3 there. Again, these are, for me, good scores. That means you hit the mark on this criteria. And considering he had to carry all the weight, I think he did a great job. That came out to a total of 16 out of 25. So for Team 2 of Mashup 6, we had Wagger number 25, Ron Florindo, and Wagger number 17, Kenny Rogers, 086. This one took a few listens to grow on me and find the things I could grab onto. I gave it a 3 for creativity. It is different. On the rock side, it's tough for me to call it rock. So I gave it a 2 on the genre commitment. And on the collaboration and the cohesion, I also gave it a 2 because it doesn't sound like they're blending as much as they should. I hear the James Brown effect that Kenny's trying to go for. And I do like Ron's riff and grooving here, but getting them together, I feel like they could have worked a little more together to get it to where it could sound. For emotional impact, also a 2. I can't connect to what's being said. the emotion that's meant to be presented. And that's also why the technical skill gets a 2 on this one. All of it is tough to grab at something that I want to hear in a song. There's repetition, but it's all repetition. There's no actual part. It's just a constant walkthrough. And I felt that the elements that I do like about it could be put together into something more. Maybe it was the time that they had to work on it, or they didn't get enough chance to work together. But the potential on this one is waiting for more work. So that gave them a total score of 11 out of 25.
Round 1, matchup 6, Team 1, becoming one with the Buck Cherry vibes. The drums scream rock and roll. The vocal tone screams rock and roll. Chugging guitars scream rock and roll. Instantly recognizable for the genre as we go from the beginning where we create a sweet instrumental build into heavy chugging guitars, and then finally around 2 minutes in, drop it out for that cleaner sound. It presents an excellent brief reprieve on our journey of rock before jumping back into the fray. And of course, the ending with the organ is classy. Way to go. Let's move on to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is the drums. They are rock and roll and they are driving the ship from beginning to end. They move us through the entirety of the song and I dig it. The second thing I love here is the rhyme scheme. While the lyrics don't do anything crazy and inventive, they are pure rock and roll, and that's the way they should be, where the emotion takes center over the wordplay. If there's one thing I want more of here, it's guitar stacks. The guitars that exist are fantastic, but I think what I'm missing for a modern rock song is a more Nickelback sounding guitar stack. Doesn't have to be a Nickelback song, and I know we all have mixed feelings about Chad Kroeger, but one thing you can't deny is that Nickelback has the best produced guitars this side of radio rock, and I think that requires snappy, clear, and concise guitars. The scores. Creativity and originality. That's a 5 out of 5. Everything worked here. Rock and roll and the genre to the words that we use for the wordplay. Genre commitment. Also a 5 out of 5. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Collaboration and cohesion. This one unfortunately is a 1 out of 5. I understand that certain things can't be helped, but when there's not a collaboration, there can't be collaboration and cohesion. Emotional impact. This one gets a 4 out of 5. Yes, we love the lyrics. Yes, we love the guitars. With a little more energy, this one takes us to the mountaintop. Technical skill and quality, also a 4 out of 5. I loved this track, and the technical skills were on display. I just needed a little more. Maybe in the way of tightness, maybe in the way of those guitars. That makes the total score 19 out of 25. Good luck! Round 1, matchup 6, Team 2, Ron and Kenny. Look, I'm not sure what happened here. Lots of possibilities, but a lack of execution. You should head back to the drawing board and try again. 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. Typically, I would find 2 things, but in this case, a couple of the elements were correct for the genre. And that's pretty much what I can say. Really, the 1 thing I want more of is for y'all to go back to the drawing board and to try again. The scores. Creativity and originality. 3 out of 5. There's something there. I don't know if I would call it creative, but it was original. Genre commitment. 2 out of 5. We heard some stuff. You did some things. It is what it is. Collaboration and cohesion. This one gets a 0 out of 5. Unfortunately, none of it came together. Emotional impact. Due to the fact that none of it came together, that it lacked cohesion or commitment to the genre, this one also gets a 0 out of 5. Technical skill and quality. 0 out of 5. There were no technical or quality skills on display here. That gives us a total score of 5 out of 25. Good luck.
Yeah, this one right here is this one, like out the gate, like this joint make you feel like you got on like a checkerboard suit with some super like flashy glasses on or something, like you riding a Fisker or something, you know what I mean? Like this joint right here is trapped out right here, like codeine, like I don't know, this joint right here giving it to you right here. But the only real drawback for this one I have is it kind of sounds like a lot of other music I heard on BandLab and in real life, and you know, on the radio and things like that. I mean, it's pretty consistent with the time and the era and the style that's everything's going on right now. But I mean, I feel like that's the only thing negative as far as negativity goes. That's the only thing I would have to say is I feel like I've heard a song more similar to this. Not the exact same song like normal you hear, but the beat, oh my God. This, everything else is a 5. But creativity, I just went with a 4 because I just heard it before. And it's not saying that you don't deserve the 5. You got to get the 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not paying the 5 on that one. But I like it. All right, this is Mashup 7, Team 2. I give it a 3 for creativity. Because, I mean, it's averagely creative, I guess. Genre, give that a 3. The collab, cohesion, I give that another 3. Because, I mean, it's not like the greatest mashup, but it plays well. The emotional impact, I give that about a 2, even though, you know, the music vibe was positive. And the tech skills, I give that about a 4, because I believe it was, you know, a very good mix.
So for Mashup 7, we've got our last entry in the hip hop category. For Team 1, we got Wagger number 8, EJM Beats. He got a mystery ball, and he went with 100 milligrams, 100 mg SS. And I like how this came in. Smooth, got the hip hop feel. I gave it a 3 on creativity and originality. It does sound a lot like a lot of the hip hop I do hear nowadays. So, you know, I really couldn't go any higher on that. To get originality, you gotta throw an extra element in on the beat with hip hop. Otherwise, it all starts to sound the same. And for the genre commitment, I also gave it a 3. It does hit the mark. It is hip hop. And there is some rap. It's just this singing style of rap that I guess is more the norm these days. For collaboration cohesion, also a 3. I know that his partner had to bail out a little early during the week. He had a baby. So I would have given it a little bit more had it been a little bit longer. For technical skills, I also gave it a 3. Good beat making, good combination. The sound was decent. Overall, it got a 15 out of 25. Now for Team 2 of Mashup 7, we got Wagger number 2, which is Tyrain, and Wagger number 20, which is Looter. And this one comes in feeling like hip hop right from the start. I like the little swooping sound that's going on coming in. I like the dynamics between the two. I gave it a 3 for creativity and originality. It fills the gap there, and for genre commitment, I gave it a 4. It hits the mark even better. For collaboration, I gave them a 5. Knowing how much these two enjoyed each other, how good they're sounding together, they got very comfortable, very quick. That really counts when it comes to good collabs and getting the cohesion in the sound. For emotional impact, a 3. Again, with hip hop, hard to get emotional, but I do understand like the message and straight to the top. That's a hip hop type of message, so it does hit the mark. And for technical skill, I also gave him a 3. It's a good mix. Good instrumentation. I like the interesting little nuances with the drum beats, and I would have gone a little bit higher there if I'd heard a little more separation between them. So that gave him a total score of 18 out of 25.
Round 1, matchup 7, Team 1, EJM and 100 MJS. This is modern hip hop if I've ever heard it. Electronic waves of sound drenched in auto-tuning. And we all know how much I love auto-tune. I can get behind everything about this, from the loops and samples to the vocal itself. This is representative of most modern hip hop. Let's go. 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love is the horns. Or, whatever that sound was. Anytime brass can be used well in a track, I'm here for it. So those SFX or horns or brass or whatever that was, wah, sounded excellent. They enhanced the verses and made them hit even harder than they did before. The second thing I love is the drum stack. Super dynamic and never gets old. The variation comes every so often and keeps my listening ears engaged for the entirety of the track. If there's one thing I want more of, it's a better mix on the vocal. The instrumental is just eating its lunch. Maybe you can EQ the instrumental back a little bit in the mids to make some more room for that vocal. The scores. Creativity and originality, 4 out of 5. Yeah, it's doing a lot that modern hip hop already does. But in a brand new song, in a brand new setting, with an excellent use of the drums, keeping us unique all the way through, there it is. Genre commitment, 4 out of 5. This is modern hip hop. I would suggest maybe you add a few more unique elements to take it from being that on-rails hip hop to something new. Collaboration and cohesion. This one gets a 4 out of 5. Well done, team. Emotional impact. This one gets a 3 out of 5. It's good, but I don't know if it really hits me in the feels. Definitely not the mountaintop. Technical skill and quality, 4 out of 5. There is nothing wrong with using loops and samples in a track. All your favorite producers do it to enhance their music. I'm here for it. I would suggest adding a little bit more spice and flair if you're going to rely on things like samples and loops. I would almost expect more. The total score is 19 out of 25. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 7, Team 2, Tyrann and Looter. Here we go. Some fantastic hip hop in the vein of Styles of Beyond, with a fantastic use of the straight to the top hook and excellent use of flow throughout the duration of the instrumental. There are even a few knick-knack sound effects, as I would call them, that bring more life to the entire track simply because they exist and we can feel them. Let's head over to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love here is the hook. It's fantastic and meaningful to the track, straight to the top. The second thing I love here is the cohesion of the track. It truly sounds like it was one track with one person working on it rather than 2, and that's one of the highest compliments I can give. If there's one thing I want more of, it's by subtraction. I want to hear that straight to the top hook a little bit less throughout the song. It's so special, we want to keep it special. When we continue to utilize it throughout the track, about 2/3 of the way through, I go, yeah, I get it, straight to the top. Still a great hook, just less impactful at that point. Dial it back, give me a little less, and make it hit harder. The scores. Creativity and originality. This one gets a 3 out of 5. It's rocking a pretty standard hip-hop style with an excellent hook. Genre commitment. 5 out of 5. Standard hip-hop style, but straight up hip-hop from beginning to end. Nice. Collaboration and cohesion. Like I mentioned earlier, it sounds like a single person put this together. 5 out of 5. Emotional impact. 4 out of 5. Specifically because I wanted a little bit less of straight to the top. If you had given me a little bit less of that, and then maybe at the very end of the song said straight to the, and not given me top, I would have had no choice but to listen again. I would have been so invested. Technical skill and quality. This one's also a 4 out of 5. Really nice track, y'all. Really tight track. Just a couple little tweaks and you got it made. The total score here is 21 out of 25. Good luck.
I think I already did this one, man, but I'm gonna make it short and quick, man, because I don't want this song to tear me up again, man. This shit took me the fuck out. This is a great song. I'm giving this joint 5 all the way down the board. I can't do nothing else but get this joint a 5 all the way. I'm getting a little crazy right now, like I feel it coming on, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it short, man. This is my favorite song for this round. And as far as I know for the WAG songs, this is my favorite song that I ever heard in the WAG. And I think my favorite song from 2025 that I've ever heard in 25. Radio, the CD, the cassette, the disc, the internet stream, TikTok, I don't know. I'm more spin, but it's like, yeah, this is it right here. Thank y'all for this, man. Thank you. I really didn't even know I needed this song so much, man. I did not know. But 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. It's the best shit right here. Emotional. I gotta go, y'all. This is getting me. Okay, so this is giving me like a true vibe, true blood vibe, like the beginning, like the intro song. So I guess that would make it like a Louisiana country type of thing, like low bone 2, or what they call it, lower baton, you know what I mean? A real Baton Rouge country type of thing. So far, creativity, I'm giving it a 2. Genre, I get at about a 3. Collab, I guess I'll get at a 2. And emotion, impact, I give that a 1. Tech skills, I'll get at another 2. And I can actually change that into a 3 because it takes something to hear some of this stuff and make it, because I'm sure this isn't the rough draft. I'm sure that they were able to do something to it and make it like this and, you know, technically have a skill to do that. So I'm giving that a 3.
So for Mashup 8, we had our second country entries. And for Team 1, we had Wagger number 4, Starmy, and Wagger number 21, Matt J.H. And this one really was the highlight for me of round 1. Coming in, I was soaked in right from the moment I heard the two of them singing. It represents everything in country that I do love to hear. And country's a tough sell. Didn't used to be a country fan, but when I hear country like this, it can convert even the toughest of non-country lovers. For creativity and originality, they got a perfect 5. Beautifully written, very creative in their approach and how they came together on it. And for the genre commitment, again, a perfect 5. It is pure country. And again, for collaboration and cohesion, a perfect 5 because they just blended amazing. To hear two voices that don't step on each other and complement each other this way is magical. And again, for emotional impact, another perfect score with 5. Listening to this throughout the week, it has just stuck in my head. I feel every word. I feel every moment in the song. It's a real accomplishment to make a song like that. And the one score where I didn't go with a perfect 5, I gave him a 4 on the technical skill, not because I didn't feel it wasn't perfect. It's just there's always room to adjust, and with the 7 days that you get to work with, it's really hard to hit the technical mark perfectly, because we go through these very fast with 7 days. So if there's one criteria that they could push it a little more, is just smooth out a few little things, and it is a perfect song to me. It is ready for the radio. So that gave him a total score of 24 out of 25. One of the 2 tracks in round 1 that came this close to perfection. So for team 2 of Mashup 8, we had Wagger number 26, Necro Inc., and Wagger number 5, Tweedledum. And coming into this one, I'm a big fan of Johnny Cash and the Doors, and a lot of the things that grabbed me in this one were these kinds of elements. It has a slow kind of gallop along and carries you along in a message and a song that does work great when you put it together like this. For creativity and originality, I gave it a 4. For the genre commitment, I also gave it a 4. It's country. It's exceptional country. And for the collaboration and cohesion, again, a 4. They did a good job of blending each other and getting that stride all the way through. For emotional impact, as I listened throughout the week and heard it over and over again, I really started to connect with the words going on in it and the story being told, and had to give it a 4 because it did connect with me. And the one that gets a 3 is the technical skill. There's a little bit of swayiness to it. Again, that's not a bad thing with country. Country can float, and here we have sort of a gallop and a walk along, or a wandering through the desert. So for me, 3 means they hit the technical mark for arrangement, instrumentation, and production. So that gave them 19 out of 25.
Round 1, Matchup 8, Team 1, Matt JH and Stormy. I wish y'all could have seen our faces during the live stream. It would take a novel to write everything we liked about this track. If you both carry this kind of intensity throughout the competition, there are no limits to what you can achieve. The acoustic guitar tone, coupled with that organ chorus, and the ambient guitar in the background really complete that musical atmosphere. The vocals were both quality in tone and in execution. The total package. Let's jump over to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love here is the ambient instrumental. It screams new school country at every turn and is perfect for this track. The second thing I love is how the vocals were arranged. The arrangement was fantastic, and the vocals went hard. If there's one thing I want more of, and believe me, we have to get microscopic for this, I want a tighter recording. There were moments in the track when the male and the female duet would end their phrases at separate times, or maybe start them just a little bit off, or perhaps their cadence was slightly different. The cadence, okay. Starting, artistic, but the ending can be really jarring to a listener's ears. Hey, go. It creates a dissonance that takes us out of the track rather than keeping us engaged. The scores, creativity and originality. This one's a 5 out of 5. Excellent vocal duet, excellent new school country sound, excellent content. Genre commitment, again, 5 out of 5. Really rings new school country. Collaboration and cohesion, also a 5 out of 5. Great duet choice for this track. Emotional impact, 5 out of 5. Let's face it, when the instrumental and the vocals come together in this complete of a package, it's impossible not to go to the mountaintop. And finally, technical skill and quality, this one gets a 4 out of 5 for the aforementioned one thing I want more of. A tighter recording, and you've got a 5 next time. The total score here is 24 out of 25. Good luck. Round 1, matchup 8, Team 2, Necro and Tweedle. Get these two a sync placement deal. This song screams TV and movies. The image it paints is truly country, and the vibe screams tumbleweeds across the screen. I can't give it a higher compliment than nailing the genre, because that's the name of the game. Also, you can't get it past me. I'm a huge fan of whatever vocal synth or tuning we placed under a few of those vocals. Is it monster voice? Is it low octave double? I don't know, but it was great. Let's head over to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. Pitch shifting. Adding pitch shifted layers for a vocal stack is a pro move, and I am here for it. The second thing I love is the picture you painted with the instrumental. It is all encompassing in this genre, and it is giving 5 out of 5 energy. If there's one thing I want more of, it's next time I hear this kind of track from y'all, I want those vocals front and center. The instrumental really does shine through, and now the vocals need to maybe we can EQ a little bit of the high mids out of the guitar to create some space for the vocal. That could really work. The scores. Creativity and originality. This one gets a 5 out of 5. Man, I enjoyed this original track, and it was creative all the way through while never bucking the genre trend. Which leads us to genre commitment. I'm also giving this a 5 out of 5. For all the reasons I mentioned before. Clearly country. Collaboration and cohesion, 5 out of 5. You two collaborated like a dream. Well done. Emotional impact. The way you painted a picture for me, 5 out of 5. Great work. And finally, technical skill and quality. This one gets a 4 out of 5. I really do need those vocals to shine through just a little bit more. It'll create the perfect pièce de résistance to your country track. All right now, that puts your total score at 24 out of 25.
Here are the results for What's a Genre Showdown 2025 Winter Series Round 1. Mashup 1. We have winners Dat Don-P and Bassface with a total of 61 points. Mashup number 2. This was a close one with sweetguitar and Leslie Parker closing it out with 62 points. Mashup number 3. Winners Maria and Static with a total of 66 points. Mashup 4. Reemo and Pinky with 73 total points. Mashup number 5, Maeve Hendrix and RJS with a total of 70 points. Mashup 6, Rolo Knox with a total of 56 points. Mashup 7 was a close one, but it was taken by EJM and 100 MGS with a total of 60 points. And last but certainly not least is Mashup 8 with the winners Matt, JH, and Stormy with a total of 74 points. Congratulations to our high scorers. The highest was 74 went to Matt, JH, and Stormy, followed by 73 points for Reemo and Pinky, and 70 points for RJS and Maeve. Thank you to everyone who competed in this round. We cannot have a showdown without contestants, so it really does depend on you. Thank you for trying something new. Thank you for being here with us, and please stay tuned for an announcement from Rusty Wilkins.
Good evening, my waggers. So we are moving in to round 2. First off, we're going to congratulate Dat Don-P, number 32, number 22, Baseface, number 28, Leslie Parker, number 10, Christina Sweets, number 16, Maria, number 13, Static, number 3, Reemo, number 6, Pinky, number 7, Mavi, number 11, RJS, number 9, Rolo Knox. His partner gives us a save. That'll be explained soon. Number 8, EJM Beats. Number 29, 100 milligrams. Number 4, Stormy, and number 21, Matt JH. You all get to move on to the second round of the WAG. Second round of the WAG will have the following genres added in: disco, jazz, R&B, grunge, blues, rock, punk, and pop. That is what we're facing in this round. Now, the drawing is ready. I am here tonight because the video was very grainy due to bad quality from my side. But we're going to use it. There is no redo in the spirit of the WAG. It will not be redone. Once it's done, it's done. So you're going to have to bear with it, and we're going to talk through. So Tony, Angie, and the backstage, let's run that drawing. Look at me coming around the corner. And welcome to round 2. What an exciting first round that was, folks. So what has happened is you just heard from Coco Bark, who is moving on, and we have one save. What we're going to do in that one save is whoever I draw out of this save-a-lot bag will be the wagger that gets to carry on into the second round, even though they were eliminated. All eligible waggers are put back into the bag. I'm going to pull that number first and drop it into the official wagger box. So first, here is our one and only save round. And the lucky wagger is number 23. Tonal Android. Congratulations. You, my friend, get to carry on. Tonal Android. Now, that's out of the way. Carry on. Let's draw for the WAG. Round number 2. And look at all them new genres. Mashup 1. Team 1 is number 4, Stormy. Number 29, 100 milligrams. Versus Team 2, Pinky Zoo. Oh, number 6. And number 11, RJS, Pinky Zoo, and RJS. Their genre is We have Punk, ladies and gentlemen. Four and 29 versus
You'll see
6
the wheel
and 11. Doing Punk. Mashup 2. Team 1. Number 32.
Dat Don-P.
Number 9.
Rolo Knox.
Versus number 23.
Number 23. Tonal Android.
Number 6.
And number 16.
Genre is
Maria P. See, now this is where we have a lot of... We landed on pop. You see the quality here, yeah.
Mashup number 3.
There was a
Team 1.
snowstorm going on, a sleet storm.
Number 28. Number 8.
Number 28, Leslie Parker, and number 8,
Versus
GM Beats.
Number 13.
Versus number 13,
And
Static.
Number 21.
Number 21, Matt J.H.
Their genre is
The genre is jazz.
jazz. And the final mashup for round 2, mashup 4. We have Team 1, number 22.
22, bass.
Number 3.
Number 3, Reemo.
Versus number 7.
Number 7, Mavi.
And number 10.
Number 10, Christina Sweet.
Their genre is grunge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get with your partners. Rock, pop, jazz, and grunge. For round 2, it's your boy Rusty. This is the WAG. Don't be scared, baby.
And that's that.
Hello. Good day. Well, that's over, huh? So the drawing is done. Now that the drawings are done, you contact your partner. Okay? You get to work and create on an original piece. Okay? We do run a copyright check on everything that is sent in. If it comes back as copywritten material, it will not be accepted for obvious reasons. Okay? You have to be original. Now, it can't be accepted. If it's not, it will shut down our stream. You can also reach out to Angified and use the Zoom link that was provided to you from the beginning for your introduction interviews. And you can work with your partner right there. We'll create you your own separate room and everything like that. You guys go to town, all right? You have 7 days. You have 7 days to create this original piece. Now, when you send them in, the likes and the voting for the judges goes down, and everything with that gets cut off on 2/14 at 11:59 p.m. This is how we do things. And then the winners and the next drawing are on 2/15. So, congratulations on being in the WAG. Really hope you have fun. This is Rusty. Have a good one. We're wagging.
"32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known. Do it. Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby.
Guess what? We're full, baby. The WAG is going to go down now. It is. We have our 32 picked, chosen, and told. Welcome to the WAG.
Four, three, two, one.
32 artists from different genres, from all corners of the globe. We're internationally known.
Show up and he'll take care of the rest.
Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby.
We're doing silent form for participants and for the judges. We are only doing 32 waggers this time. We're cutting it mad. So you make pace that cut, then you gotta make the pace first, right?
Have you signed up yet? Do it. Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby. Do it. Don't be scared. It's just the WAG, baby.
Now.
32 only. Sign up. ASAP.
What's a genre?
And what's a genre?
Genre hoedown. No. It's What's a Genre Showdown.
Sign up. A silent forum for participants and for the judges. We're going to do this right this time.
Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's Your Genre Showdown. Everybody wants to join. Everybody wants to join the What's Your Genre Showdown.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have those? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have those? I'd like to share mine with you. Can we share? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love?